Hey, how's it going? Today I got a Makro Racer 2 that I'm going to run through my test bed. I'm not going to go into great detail on this. There's a lot of different features and stuff like that. I will have other videos up comparing this to the Nokta Force Core, but I'm going to do is show you what settings I'm going to use, and I'm going to go through my extensive test bed where I got, I don't know, upwards of 30 targets or more, big and small, and some air tests, so I can get a good comparison of this metal detector towards other ones that I've run through this test bed. Now keep in mind the soil's, I think it's a little bit rough. Actually, the mineral is showing up about halfway sometimes. So, I mean, it isn't like the most capable soil in the world. It gives you a good idea with the other detectors that I've run. You'd have to compare or look at other videos. But I'm going to ground balance it quick. We're hitting a 68. And I'm going to run with 3-tone. Now, I know some are saying, well, why not deep mode or beach mode or all metal? Well, I've been going through this test bed non-stop today, changing different settings to fine-tune it. And I'm settling on 3-tone. It seems to be the best all around. I might turn it to deep mode on a deep target just to show you. There isn't much difference, but there is difference. But now, as far as gain, I got her cranked 99. ID filter, I'm not having no filter in there. Notch filter, none. Iron audio, we're gonna leave that at 4, which it just gives you a scale of 1 to 10. Iron for volume, iron only be 4. So anyways, going with that, first up, we got a quarter at 4 inches deep. Hitting a 91, 87, pretty gravy. Now a quarter at 7 inches deep. Same thing. Nails it. Now a quarter at 10 inches deep. It is popping up in the 90s. It is hitting it, but as you can see, they're not the greatest. If I move it a little bit, hitting up in the upper 90s. Pretty choppy though. A dime at 4.5 inches. No problem. Now a dime at 8 inches. Coming up high in the 80s and 90s. Same thing there. You notice that mineral percentage, I got 2 bars up on it. A little higher on minerals than what I thought. Now, a nickel at 6 inches. This is what I like about this detector. Coming up 31, 36. A lot of my other detectors, the nickel comes up almost as high as, say, a clad dime. There's a big variance between the numbers, 30 on up to 99, but hits it pretty good. Now an 8-inch nickel. Kind of struggling a little. Been noticing that. I played with this, played with it. It is hitting it though. Go this way, it ends up being more high. You know what? I can only give that a 1 because just weird. I got a storm blew in and kicking popple leaves everywhere. Now copper penny at 2 inches. Watch the VDI screen or VD. Got an 8281. There's a zinc penny. 68. Look at the big difference there. Got a lot of room. It's very good. Now a silver ring, a small one at 6 inches. Hitting that pretty good. Actually real good. Not as good there, but it's still doing it.
Dad,
Yo.
you're stepping on one.
I know I'm stepping on one. I have to. They're close together. Now a Morgan dollar at 11. Hitting it. Same thing. Now a hard one, a brass candle holder at 15 inches deep. Ain't doing it. Not doing it. Nothing's coming up on the screen. It's trying though. Now this one here, I'm going to move over to deep mode. Got the gain, I got to turn my gain up to 80. And got it in deep mode. As you can see there, it's not doing it. Not at all. We're going back to 3-tone. Now here's a bottle cap at 4 inches. Look at that. Kicking that thing right down. That's good. Need to take this to that drive-in that's loaded with bottle caps. And now, Charlie, you gotta move over a little. 10-cent piece with 4 rusty nails boxed around it. This is a hard one. Pure iron. Charlie, get back up a little bit. Looking for any kind of higher number. Now, keep in mind, I got nothing blocked out. Driving it up there, but pulling it in is a nickel. Try like this. Nothing. Look at that. Weird. I had that down as a point. I gotta take one away from that guy. Okay, now a quarter with 3 inches deep with a big rusty nail beside it. Hitting it, no problem there. This is the hard one. Nothing. Giving it 1 point. Now, 2 pull tabs, 3 inches deep. Curious on this one. 32, 34. Did good. Now here is a large piece of can slaw. Same thing. It's not fooling it. That's pretty damn good. Now we have next a quarter on end, 4 inches deep. Doing a good job. 80s, 80, 85. Same thing. A little bit more choppier, but it's still, you can tell it's a coin and it's a quarter. Now a 10-cent piece, 4 inches deep with 2 rusty nails on it. Not doing it. Not at all. We'll go this way. Got it right there, 82. So we can give it 1 point. 1 cent, 5 cent, and a 10 cent, 4 inches deep, 2 inches apart. This is for recovery separation. We're gonna give it 2. It did all right. Now, this one here, I was really struggling with trying to get this to hit. Got a 1 cent and a 10-cent piece with 7 nails around it. And you're up in the high 50s, so you gotta give it once in a while, 70s. Kind of getting it there. but you can tell that it's probably not aluminum. It's ringing up a little higher than that. Here, it just won't do it. Well, there we go. You know what, I'm going to end up giving that 2 points. Now the big one, a full foot deep, 3-tone mode, sensitivity cranked. I turn the iron audio up a little bit. See, it just won't do it. Can't get it. Now we're going to deep mode. It's hitting it. Not all the time. Would you dig that? I dig it. We're going to give it 1, but in 3-tone it wouldn't do it. Now a 22 bullet, 2.5 inches deep. I dig that, wondering what it is. Now a dime, 4 inches deep with 5 nails, 2 inches above it. You can tell something's in there. Turn the iron audio down. You know, I'd probably dig that guy. Not this way. So, we'll give it a 1. Now a dime, 11 inches deep. Nothing. I tried it already in deep mode, it didn't work. We'll do it again. Trying, nothing coming up on the screen at all. But damn, is that close. All right, now we got air tests, or small items tests. And the first one up, just like the other ones, 24 karat gold. This is 1 grain's worth. I'm running in 3 mode yet, nothing blocked out. Had to turn sensitivity down though, popping too much. Does pick it up. Now we got a iron meteorite. Excuse the dirt on my hands, but I've been doing a lot today. Iron meteorite, quite a bit of iron in it. Not very big though. This is what's weird. Nothing on 3-tone. I'm not blocking out any iron. Now if I go to all metal, it really does a good job of picking it up in all metal. Look at that. I'm not even gonna try this in the other mode. This is that Wisconsin meteorite, fell on 4/14/2010. It's 0.46 grams, and this is a stony meteorite. I just ain't, it's not doing it in all metal mode. Now I went back to 3-tone. I got 3 pieces of copper here. A big one, medium one, and a small one. And that big one is small. And that real small one is probably smaller than the head of a ballpoint on a pen. Big one. This is in 3-tone mode. Picks it up no problem. Now the medium one. Kind of struggling. It is doing it. The little one, not doing it. Going to all metal mode. can do it, but barely. All right, that's going to conclude the test on this guy as far as just what you'd expect out of it. Like I said, I'm going to have other videos on. I really do want to do a head-to-head with the Nokta Force Core in this. Supposedly this should be a better detector than the Core. Of course, they're literally cousins. I think two brothers own two different companies is the way I took it. And Nokta and Racer, I don't know if it's one company now or not, but I'm going to do a different video showing if we can run the Nokta's coils on this and vice versa and show you the difference on them. But I got to add this back up. Total score on this, I had to add 2 different times, I kept messing up, is 47 out of 66 points, which is not bad. But to be honest with you, it is nowhere near as high a score as what I thought it would be. Now, when you crank it in that deep mode, it does do a great job. It's hitting that 12-inch quarter. You can fine-tune the different audio to suit your needs, which I think is pretty neat. One is raising the volume of iron or not and not blocking anything out whatsoever. I really like that feature. And as far as when you get into real trashy stuff, like with them nails around them coins, I'm not seeing this thing doing very good. Now, I've tried off camera turning the sensitivity up, down. I tried every single mode trying to make it work as good as possible, and it didn't seem to really matter a lot. And the one I did not do on video was the hot soil, the quarter, but it scored 1 point. You got to expect that, but that was... Now, this thing, compared to, say, the Nokta Force Core, is a very chattery machine. Quite a bit more chattery. Now, like I said, there's other... I'll play with it more if I figure something out that I could have possibly done different, which I really don't think I would. I'm very, very fluent with the Nokta Force Core. This isn't much different. I've run the Core has been my main machine since they first come out. So I'm got a good idea, so trust me. But it's a lot more chattery machine, but in itself, if I've never used the Core and didn't know it any better, it's not too unstable, this machine, to where it causes issues. Like I said, a 47 max, and I don't remember what the Nokta had, but maybe I wrote it here. Core got a 57, and the Tejon got a 58. So Vac was a 50, Vaquero. So actually I rated the Vac a little higher than this, but... So there's the initial in-depth test on this thing, and was not holding back. Like I said, I tried everything I can to bring out the most in the machine. Took a lot of time with it before I went ahead and made the video. So I would have to say that unless my soil is changing through the course of the year, them numbers you're seeing there are very accurate compared to other ones. So there you go. Check my other videos out that are coming up on this Racer 2. I'm going to do an in-depth head-to-head on this Nokta with this and a Nokta Force Core. Probably show you some tips and tricks on this the more I use it, which I'll be using it very heavily the next week. There you go. Makro Racer 2 in-depth test.